Ah, well, what do we have here? A curious little soul wandering through the halls of my kingdom of static and sound. My dear, what has brought you to this humble little radio station? Looking for adventure? A touch of excitement, perhaps? A fan, you say? Why, that's delightful, darling. Though I must say, you've got quite a bit of pluck to march right in here and face the man behind the microphone. I commend your bravery. Not many dare to approach Alastor in person. You know, there's something magical about radio, don't you think? The way words dance on invisible waves, painting pictures in the mind. Why, it's like casting a spell over thousands of unsuspecting listeners. Television, you say? My dear, I wouldn't try that. This face is made for radio. Besides, there's something so dreadfully pedestrian about television. Where's the mystery, the allure? Television wants to show you everything, but radio keeps a little something hidden in the shadows. Ah, the diner. A perfect place for a little fun. Wouldn't you agree, darling?
She's cooking. Yeah,
Yes, this place seems perfect, my dear. Thank you. So,
Okay.
tell me, what's a clever little fox like you doing with their nose buried in old newspapers? Were you searching for a story, or perhaps a legend?
Oh, okay. I doubt she's gonna talk, so I'll just.
Oh, darling, you flatter me. But where would the fun be if I simply spilled all my secrets? Besides, if I told you everything, then what would keep you coming back?
Thank you.
Alright. Since you've been so delightfully persistent, I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. You see, radio is like life. You've got to keep things lively, entertaining, and just a little bit dangerous. And if it all goes wrong, well,
Up on the board.
there's always pushing up daisies, Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing to fret about, darling. Just an old saying from the old days. Now, isn't this a picturesque little place? There's something hauntingly beautiful about the woods at night. It's a place for reflection, for stones untold. I find myself wandering here when the world feels a bit too small. Loneliness? Oh, heavens no! I'm always surrounded by the sounds of life. The laughter of the trees, the whispers of the wind. It's never quiet, not really. You just have to know how to listen. Well, aren't you a charmer, darling? Flattery will get you, well, everywhere with me. You know, there's a certain beauty in the unknown. Radio is a lot like these woods. Both hold secrets, hidden paths, and the occasional monster lurking in the shadows. But don't worry, dear. I'm much more of a gentleman than any monster you'd find out here. Inspiration, perhaps, or maybe it's the thrill of stepping into places most wouldn't dare. That's the trick of captivating an audience, you know. Convince them that they're safe, and then lead them somewhere thrilling, somewhere dangerous. Well, it seems our little adventure is coming to an end for now, but it's been a pleasure, truly. Most people don't have the nerve to wander the woods with a stranger out at this hour. You, my dear, are quite the exceptional company. Until next time, darling, and remember, when you find yourself on the edge of something extraordinary, lean in. You never know what wonders you might discover. Well, I never thought I'd see you again in these woods, dear. Didn't I warn you about the monsters lurking in the shadows? Did I give you a fright, darling? My dearest apologies. You see, I've been terribly bored, and the prospect of running into an old friend lifted my spirits immeasurably. Oh, don't mind the lack of decorum. This forest has a way of stripping away the formalities of society, wouldn't you agree? But what brings you back here, Curiosity? A sense of unfinished business? Ah, the allure of the unknown. It has a way of pulling people back, no matter how much they might wish to stay away. Tell me, dear, what is it that you hope to find here? Adventure, story to tell, or perhaps... You know, these woods hold a special place in my heart. They're quiet, away from prying eyes and pesky questions. Out here, the world feels suspended. Time doesn't quite flow as it should. Eerie? I suppose you could say that. But then again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it, darling? Ah, forgive me. I'm being terribly melancholic. I wouldn't want to dampen the mood with all the morose talk. Let's keep things lively, shall we? After all, what's an evening stroll without a little thrill? It's like returning to the scene of the crime, wouldn't you say? Oh, just a little dark humor, my dear. You know I can't resist a good joke. This place, it's a bit like a stage, don't you think? Every time I step into it, I can almost hear the applause in my head, as if the world itself is watching, waiting for the grand finale. Oh, don't be frightened, darling. I wouldn't never dream of hurting you. Why, you're one of the few people in this dreary town who's ever shown me a genuine interest. That's worth something, don't you think? But that does make you wonder, doesn't it? What would it take to truly frighten someone? To push them to the edge of terror and see what lies beyond? There's something so raw about fear. It's almost beautiful in a way. Head back? So soon? Oh, but the night is young, and we've only just begun our little adventure. Besides, what's life without a little danger? Wouldn't you agree, my dear? You know, they say there's a point where fear and excitement blend together, a fine line between the two. Some people call it madness, I call it art. Well, look at me rambling on. I must be boring you terribly. Leaving already? Oh, my dear. That would be quite rude, don't you think? You came all this way. It would be a shame to waste such a perfect evening. Now, there's no need to be so hasty. After all, we wouldn't want you to be pushing up daisies, would we? Hey guys, this is my first ASMR that I've ever done, and I'm very proud of it for what it is. I made the script, but my friend Italic Productions or Creations made the art for the thumbnail. And, I hope you guys enjoyed listening, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!